What if the reason you're struggling to manifest isn't because you're doing something wrong? What if it's because you keep leaving the state? Think about that. If you were truly living as the version of yourself who already has what you want, would you be asking, when is it coming? Would you be asking how it's going to happen? Would you be asking why it hasn't happened yet? Probably not. Because for that version of you, it's already done. And that's what I want to talk about today. Most people think manifestation is about getting something. Getting the relationship, getting the money, getting the house, getting the opportunity, getting the success. But manifestation isn't really about getting. It's about becoming. Because the moment you become the version of yourself who already has it, everything changes. Your thoughts change. Your emotions change. Your reactions change. Your expectations change. And most importantly, your state changes. The problem isn't that people can't enter the state. Most people can. They do it during visualization. They do it during meditation. They do it for a few moments while imagining their desired life. But then they immediately leave it. They open their eyes and ask, when is it coming? How is this going to happen? What if it doesn't work? And just like that, they return to the state of not having it. Let's make this practical. If you already had the money sitting in your bank account right now, would you spend all day asking how you're going to get it? Of course not. You already have it. If you were already living in your dream home, would you be wondering how you're going to move in? No. You're already there. If you were already living your dream life, would you spend your days asking, when is it finally going to happen? No. You're already busy living it. And that's the point. The questions of how, when, all come from the version of you that doesn't have it yet. The version of you living in the end isn't asking those questions. They're not trying to figure it out. They're not trying to force it. They're simply being that person. That's why living in the state is so powerful. Because for those moments when you're truly in it, there is no how. There is no when. There is only the experience of already being the person you want to become. And let me be clear about something. This isn't about living in a fantasy world. This isn't about pretending. And it isn't about faking it until you make it. You're not denying your current reality. You're not ignoring your responsibilities. You're still taking action. You're not lying to yourself. What you're doing is something much more powerful. You're programming your subconscious mind. You're teaching your mind and body what your future looks like before it arrives. Because your subconscious mind doesn't learn through logic. It learns through repetition. It learns through emotion. It learns through experience and the energy you're putting out. Every time you spend time in the living state of the person you want to become, you're reinforcing a new identity. You're creating a new blueprint. You're building familiarity with the future version of yourself. And eventually, that future version stops feeling like a possibility. it starts feeling normal. You're not pretending to be someone else. You're conditioning yourself to become the person you're capable of being. This is where most people make things too difficult. They think they need to stay in the state all day. That's overwhelming. Instead, start with 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. 5 uninterrupted minutes where you become the version of yourself who already has what you want. 5 minutes where it's done. 5 minutes where there is nothing to figure out. Nothing to force. Nothing to chase. Just being. Once 5 minutes feels natural, move to 10, then 15, then 20, then 30. Little by little, you begin noticing something. You're no longer trying to get into the state. The state starts becoming familiar, then comfortable, then natural, and eventually, it starts becoming your new normal. Most people spend their lives visiting the state they want. A few minutes here, a few minutes there. Then they return to the old version of themselves. But transformation happens when you spend more time in the new state than the old one. That's when the identity begins to change. That's when your expectations change. That's when your reality begins reflecting who you've become. So if there's one thing I want you to remember from this video, it's this. Stop asking how. Stop asking when. If you're truly living in the state of the person who already has it, it's already done. Start with the 5 minutes, then 10, then 15. Keep expanding the amount of time you spend being the version of yourself you want to become. Because one day, you'll realize something incredible. You're no longer practicing the state. You're living in it. And that's when everything begins to change. And you start living the life you truly desire. And if you enjoyed this video, please take a second to like it. It really helps the channel reach more people who are interested in manifestation, personal growth, and identity transformation. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to Mastery of State. Every week, I share practical tools and real-world applications that can help you create the life you desire. And if you'd like to go deeper, check out my Master Your State ebook. You'll find the link in the description below. And remember, your future isn't created by what you want. It's created by the state you return to every day.